So, ham radio kind of instills the whole volunteerism thing, or embodies the whole volunteerism, because we're volunteering for emergency things, we're volunteering for events within our communities. You're doing all this stuff. Obviously, this entire conversation at this point is if you have the time. Because I'm talking about volunteering more. So over the last 2 years on the OMS, the OM International Cybernet Society club. I like to call it club because it's just easier, but it's a society is what they're calling it. But anyway, they for the last 2 years, I have been serving on a advisory committee, taking all the new ideas, kind of vetting them through a little bit, and is there value in this? Is there not? Is this really appropriate for the board to take it to the board, or is it better served in some of the other parts of the organization, of which I'm a part of another one, which is a band coordinator, which is another volunteer position. So the advisory committee, fairly self-explanatory. We just wrapped up with a group, and I was like, okay, I'm done. I have not that it was a lot of time, but just free up just a little extra time. And I was like, good. Then I was asked if I want to join the new advisory committee, and he gave the reason, hey, you're a band coordinator, so you kind of have that cross-pollination there. You were on there last time, so you kind of sort of give us share the expertise across the different the planes. I'm like, yep, I can do it. And then he also said, I'm hoping most of the things we can kind of discuss over email and be done. Sold. I can do email. Email is easy for me. It's sitting down in meetings, and not saying that it's not a great, meetings are not productive, but I was meeting to discuss no items. I'm sorry. I just had a hard time stretching on that. But I'm not, the great people that I hung out with, just certain things. But anyway, so yeah, I can do that again. So I'm going to continue being on the advisory committee. Band coordinator, maybe an hour a week I'm spending on it over the course of the entire week. I'm doing more work maintaining my own logs than I am that in most cases, because it's an email, it's monitoring the email and saying, yep, it's yours, or shoot, no one can take it, and then I got to run the net, which, oh boy, I got to run another net. Now, arguably, those aren't even my skill sets. So, because that's big picture thinking type stuff, or in project management, I guess, is in my skill set, project management, as far as organizing people and keep people on top of things. I guess that's in my skill set, but that's not really my skill set. So then I was asked about setting up a Discord server. Yeah, I can do that. I have most of it done anyway. I just, there's some things I want to button up on it long term, but short term, yeah, it's ready to go. So I'm presenting on that here soon. And then also I did say I don't have a lot of time, especially with all these other things within the organization, but I'm always... Sorry. Oh, that's just my radio. There we go. I was like, what's going on? Where did that noise come from? I said website, I don't have a lot of time to commit, but I would definitely be willing to help out as I can in order to help maintain the website and make sure, all that technology that goes into this club keeps going. On top of that, I am webmaster for our local club, but that we're updating every once in a while, and it's not really too big of a deal. So I'm not really thinking about that one too much, unless I do a major redesign. even then, I don't think it's going to be too difficult to do long term. So I'm not overly worried about it. But yeah, volunteer, volunteer. This came. Use what skills you have to help further the cause, because if you don't do it, someone else will do it, and you may complain about how they do it. At least if you're doing it, you're owning it, and you might even learn a little bit more about the club, the people along the way, and sometimes that's a payoff in itself as well. So I guess this whole thing about describing what all I'm volunteering as it relates to ham radio, that doesn't even count the VEing of 2 different teams and being on a board of one of them as we kind of proceed forward in formalizing the process, even the organization part of it even further. Yeah, there's a lot of irons on the fire, but everything has little time commitment and ultimately. And the only thing that really has any kind of time commitment is the band coordinator, and we make it if we can. I mean, they're not like everyone has to be here. They want everyone there, but you just got to figure out where your places are. If you're like on a board of a major club, okay, fine. You might have to be there or to most of them or whatever, unless it's very informal. Then, like our last club meeting, no one from leadership was there, just the old president, who kind of sort of ran a half-ass meeting because, like, hey, they're we didn't have any club-specific stuff, but hey, how'd the marathon go type stuff. And then let's get the net schedule set, and then we're set to just BS and have fun. So get out there, volunteer, dedicate at least a little bit of your time, because a lot of times it pays back to you some way or shape or form. But also don't over volunteer like I am, because as I'm going through this video, I'm like, holy crap, how many different things I'm volunteering for. But it's only a couple minutes. It's all right. It's only a couple minutes. So anyway, 7-3 from the WX0 MAK.